Just when we thought it might be a little quiet when it comes to Marvel's Spider-Man 2, bada bing, bada boom, the folks over at Insomniac Games drop a partial trophy list for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Now, if you're wondering why I'm saying partial, my guess is that obviously the trophies that they are not revealing would spoil things for the main story or the game itself. I also think that there is some interesting things to be learned from the trophies that we do see here. So without further ado, let's dive on in and break them all down. So we begin with the trophy titled A New Suit. Acquire the black suit. This seems pretty easy. This seems pretty reasonable. And I'm guessing that this will be a trophy that all of us will be getting very early on in the game. The next one up is New York, New York, which is probably a reference to that iconic song, but it will actually have you completing all the photo ops within New York City. And once again, like I said, when I was fortunate enough to play earlier for the early preview event for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, I did notice that the photo ops are back. Robbie Robertson will be our liaison for those missions from the Daily Bugle. But in addition to all of that, the focus this time really seems to be more so on the community of New York and the people of New York, instead of like in the previous games, we're more so focused on iconic locations and the architecture. The next trophy is titled Co-Signing, which will simply require us to complete all tech stashes within the game. Then we have another bronze trophy. This time it is titled Resourceful, which is very interesting actually, because it will require you to collect a total of 10,000 tech parts. That is a lot of tech parts. I'm very curious if that is the amount of tech parts that we will require in order to actually get everything unlocked in the game, because obviously that's a pretty large number of tech parts, but this trophy is only a bronze level trophy, meaning that it should be a little bit easier to get than some of the other ones coming up. The next trophy is titled A New Adventure, and it is described very simply as helping Howard. Now, the reason why this one is very exciting is because, of course, if you don't remember who Howard is, first of all, shame on you, but this is, of course, John Howard, aka the Pigeon Caretaker from the previous games. Of course, a character that appeared in Marvel's Spider-Man and then also appeared in Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales as one of the characters that had requested help through the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app. I'm very happy to report that it seems like we once again will have some sort of a pigeon task on our hands. Now, helping Howard is going to have to wait until October 20th, but you could take a quick moment and help me out. If you're enjoying the video, please take a quick moment and hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so very much for your support. For the next trophy, it seems like we're gonna need some skill, because boy oh boy, the trophy titled Soar will require us to only use our web wings and glide all the way from the financial district to Astoria without ever touching the ground. So this sounds very similar to some of the trophies that we had in games like Batman Arkham, where you had to do a lot of gliding challenges. So I'm guessing this one will be probably quite challenging to obtain and will actually require some skill. Next up, we have the trophy titled Overdrive, which is described as Miles Morales used the reverse flux to pull 6 or more enemies together simultaneously. So this will obviously be an ability set that you will need to utilize in order to get this trophy. The next trophy sounds incredibly challenging. It is titled Hang 10. However, it will actually require you to perform 30 air tricks in a row without touching the ground. It's only a bronze level trophy, which does make me question the actual description of this trophy. Do they mean literally 30 tricks without ever stopping? Or do they mean 30 tricks just while you're in the air before you ever touch the ground? Those are going to be two distinctly different challenges. For all of you stealthy players, you'll be happy to know that the brand new Webline gadget is actually getting a trophy as well, titled Slackline, which will require you to do 25 stealth takedowns on enemies from the Webline itself. Next is a very simple trophy, Stylish. Just simply equip one of the suit styles that is available in the game, and considering that the game is going to offer 200 plus different combinations of suits, again, obviously this should be pretty easy to complete. The next trophy has some possible story implications because, of course, the Spider-Bots in the game have been rumored to have some sort of a tie-in into the Spider-Verse, and so the Funky Wireless Protocols, which is a very interesting name to say the least, is a trophy that a lot of us will be paying a lot of attention to, and it is described as following. solve the mystery of the spider bot's origin. So obviously, this is going to be something that will play a factor within the game. Next, we have the My Community trophy, which I think will possibly be associated with Miles. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the description, because it says complete hard bop, which makes me, of course, think that Miles is indeed going to be making some more beats. Next up, we have Brooklyn Pride, which is very simply described as complete, and I quote, a gift. Of course, a gift is a reference here to the name of a mission that we will need to complete. And once again, because of this being a Brooklyn Pride mission, my guess is that this will most likely be a side quest that involves Miles Morales. Now, if you go out of your way and purchase all of Spider-Man's suit tech upgrades, well, guess what? You're going to be rewarded with a trophy titled Fully Loaded. So you get to celebrate all of your handiwork by getting all of those unlocks with another trophy in your collection. The trophy titled Armed and Dangerous will require you to defeat 100 enemies with the Spider Arm abilities. But to be honest, some of the Spider Arm abilities we've seen make it seem like this is not going to be that difficult of a task, because holy moly, they look like they're going to be very, very powerful in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. The next trophy we're talking about is going to be Surge, which of course is a direct reference to the Symbiote Surge ability, which is the brand new rage mode sort of that Peter can access while he has the connection with the symbiote. And the trophy itself will simply require you to utilize symbiote abilities 25 different times while you are in the Symbiote Surge. Again, I don't know the specifics of this trophy in terms of, do you have to use 25 abilities in one Symbiote Surge or cumulatively? I guess we'll find out when the game drops. And speaking of abilities, of course, if you don't know, Miles also will be receiving some evolved Venom Shock abilities, hence why he's going to be having a trophy that goes along with that, titled Evolved, which requires you to defeat 100 enemies with the brand new evolved Venom abilities. The next trophy is most definitely a head scratcher, titled Foundational and described as completing all EMF experiments with, I'm assuming EMF standing for electromagnetic fields. It really does open up the possibility for some really interesting side quests involving this particular trophy. I love the name of the next trophy, and that is Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, a very iconic moniker for Spidey to say the least. But this one will actually require you to complete all the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man requests, which I assume are basically the missions that we will get to do through the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app that was built by Genki in Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. If you do, or you know what, I trust that everyone watching this video, when you do reach your max level for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, you will be rewarded with the amazing trophy. Purchasing all the available suits in the game will reward you with the Kitted Out trophy. Additionally to that, if you also manage to purchase all the gadget upgrades in the game, you'll be rewarded with the To The Max trophy. The next trophy is a very interesting one because it is the trophy that you earn for finishing the main story for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, titled Heal the World. Of course, a line that we have heard plenty of times before.
We're gonna heal the world.
We're going to heal the world.
If you're a Superior Spider-Man fan, you'll be happy to know that there's a bit of a tip of the cap to the Superior Spider-Man here with a trophy titled Superior, but it will require you to do quite a bit of handiwork because you will need to 100% complete all the districts. And it looks like there will be a lot of districts, so this won't be an easy one to get. And finally, speaking of trophies that will most certainly not be easy to get, we have the Dedicated Trophy. This is the Platinum Trophy for Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which will require you to, well, obviously, collect all the trophies in the game. So there you have it, guys. That is the trophy list, or at least the partial trophy list for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as I always say, if you do, please don't forget to take a moment and leave a like. That would be very much appreciated. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. See you later. Gators.